EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He cuts right sideline in some space. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 65 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right there, go 54 miles. Crunch time, defense.
On 2nd down, Elliott. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not a good
But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Mike Funch.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 24-yard line.
Here goes the high. Round 20.
Right now, let's go. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Hey, take 53, 55. Here goes the high.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
54. You don't want this.
To throw is Keenum. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bound to lose one.
Again, Keenum. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he finds McLaurin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 3.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Big stop. Let's go.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. On 2nd and 9, Keenum. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off Byron Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. He's checking. Crash.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, he's picked off at his own 47. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Cooper was the target there.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Keenum. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital. And it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
20. 22. 22.
Check, 48's the mic. Switch up, switch up.
Throwing again on second down. Keenum looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run with Peterson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
On second and goal, Keenum. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 99 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Peterson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a give to Peterson running right.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. On first down, it's Peterson. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, second and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Keenum going to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Keenum, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 34 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. But they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
I got you. Hey, check right. Watch it, you ain't swerve. Hey. 55. I'm coming.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Watch the twist.
Again, it's Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal. And we just saw him do it right there.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Third and long. It's Keenan. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Now it's Keenan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go to Elliott again. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll go out. Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. He goes airborne. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
20.
They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. Attempt carry now for Peterson. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
And 12 at the 33-yard line.
Here goes the high. Right, 20.
54. I hope you brought your rest.
Here's the option going left on second down. A pitch to Peterson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they just got...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Got a man, that's Quinn. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Redskins 16. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Redskins 43-yard line.
Rip left. Save.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And it's third down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check it out, Reed.
Hey, kill.
Get in the weight room.
There you go. 26.
Prescott down. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Here's Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, and he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and goal from inside the 5. This is Elliott. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They come up in an offset eye. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
I got you. I got you.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
To throw, it's Keenum. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.